I'm Disky Oxheimer, and this is another edition of The Spectre, and I have a special guest, I guess a co-host, our new cat, Autumn. She's like 4 months old. Had her for a while. She won't really leave me alone, so I'm just brought her in here with me so she wouldn't fuss, but she's biting me! Mean cat. And the subject of this video is the new Ghostbusters teaser trailer. And you're gonna behave, or you're not gonna do any more videos with Daddy. No. So anyway, I just saw it. I'm gonna show it here in a minute. And I'm actually gonna put her out because she's not being very cooperative and she's being bitey. So say goodbye to Autumn for now. Bye. Bye. So Daddy can talk about the new Ghostbusters teaser. How you go? I tried. I really tried. Okay. So anyway, back to this thing. It's very odd. It's done. I mean, on the heels of that really bad Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy Ghostbusters film, the all-female one, and all the whatever. I guess controversy or whatever. It was just some people bickering online about it. And plus, they did cameos in those movies. Bill Murray did cameo. Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson, the surviving Ghostbusters. Rick Moranis, he's kind of semi-retired. He didn't appear in that film. I don't know if maybe that's why they're making this movie, because he signed on for it. But all I saw was the 2020... teaser that everybody saw with Ecto-1 in the old barn in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't look like... That's the weird, odd thing about it is... You know, where the fuck is this coming from? Like, it didn't seem to make a lot of sense, just the scene, because it took place in... You know, why is Ecto-1 in a barn in the middle of the country? So, I'm gonna pop this up quick, and we're gonna take a quick look about it, talk about it a little bit more. And, you know, let me get this up and running. I'm going to zoom in on it because it's just better this way anyway. All right. Very unprofessionally done video. Don't work with animals ever. That's okay. Here we go. Ghostbusters 2020 teaser. Ooh, notice the familiar music. It's coming up on a barn. Oh no, familiar music. Summer 2020. So that was the coming back. That was the Shameless Ghostbusters teaser. Shameless. I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. Like, I'm not saying like write it off, but there's just so many reboots, and there's just so much like, hey, let's see what we can capitalize on that was popular a long time ago. Because this isn't the only teaser. There's a bunch of teasers that I've seen just recently that popped up. This it's just like because there's people, whoever owns the rights to it, and it's actually Ivan Reitman's son, Jason Reitman, is directing this. And I'm sure this movie doesn't even have a script yet. It's a year away. They haven't even. There's nothing. They just produced this, nicely orchestrated teaser. Just like, we'll just put Acto 1 under a tarp in a barn. We'll play the same spooky music from the first Music Man. And we don't even need, like, a concept yet. We just need to lure them in with nostalgia. Like, the same with everything else. What to do with, like, Star Wars, the recent Halloween movie. And this is totally what's going on with this. And it's just... I don't give a fuck about seeing another Ghostbusters movie. The second one sucked. I'm talking about the original sequel. I like the first one. But it's just like, I have a copy of the first one here. I go to get it at Walmart. It's probably better than the piece of shit they're going to serve up in next year, whatever they're going to throw together. So it just fucking blows. Can't they? It's they clearly, like, with that movie, the last movie that they made with, and it has nothing to do with the fact that the cast were women. I don't mean to be sexist. It was just a poorly written film. It wasn't funny. The jokes were way too dumb. It didn't, the movie didn't help or do anyone any good. I don't think it did anybody's career any good. It didn't do the audience any good because it was a shitty movie. Unless you're, just a little kid who might enjoy just watching, like, the really cartoon CGI ghosts and all that shit. But, like, it's not a good movie at all. It's just not funny for anybody over the age of 8. And it was just fucking stupid. It was a stupid fucking movie. So I'm not trying to be, like, overly cynical about this whole teaser thing. It's just clearly it's just a fucking cash grab. Just put the old Ecto 1 in a barn under a tarp and play the old music and show some, spooky scenery. And they think people are just going to immediately, and they will. People will go see this film, so they're not. Whoever's at Columbia Pictures is that they're putting this thing out. Whoever owns it, or Sony. I don't know if Sony owns Columbia, but anyway, can't keep track of who owns who. But in any case, whoever's making this knows that they're going to make money off of it. Because, we made this shitty, horrible one. Anything we put out after this, I'm sure it's going to be good. You just put Bill Murray in it. You just have him just drive around New York in the Ecto 1, put the old gear on him and just shoot ghosts and shit and not even have a fucking plot. It would be a better movie than that other one, than the last one. Well, I don't actually mean that, but it's a year away from it, and they're just, I know it's just to create buzz about something, but I don't think any footage has been shot of this film yet. I don't think they've even begun filming or anything, from what I understand. And it's just like, we don't, it's like right after they made The Dark Knight and they made, like, a good Batman movie, they should have left Batman alone for a while, and they of course can't because that was a success, and then they, made the Batman vs. Superman and Justice League movies, and they fucking suck, and Ben Affleck is terrible as Batman. He sucks, it's not that I hate Ben Affleck. I have nothing against him. I think he's good in other shit. He's good in The Town. He was good in Argo. But I don't like him as Batman. I don't like him as Bruce Wayne. So, and I don't really like. The thing with the teaser for the Ghostbusters teaser that I hate so much is that that's just all it is. It's just like, we're just gonna, it's like, it looks like the same exact thing to me. That's all it looks like. And if they have, like, a film where you're just gonna have the surviving characters, because Harold Ramis is dead, who played Egon, um, and that's sort of depressing. Actually, in the female Ghostbusters movie, there's a bust and there's of Harold Ramis in the one university, where one of the where Kristen Wiig's character works, and the other three as I said, did cameos in it. But yeah, I just don't see what sort of plot you're going to get. I mean, I have no idea how old, Bill Murray Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd are pretty old by now, and Ernie Hudson, and it's like, what circumstance are they gonna, especially since you don't have all of them, since Harold Ramis is dead too. That's kind of like, oh, that sort of drags. And my phone's going off. I usually don't bring my phone in here if I'm shooting a video, but this is just, yeah, this is a very, I'm apologizing for the just unprofessionalism, because usually these are just such tight and well edited videos without cats that are trying to attack me and stuff like that. But in any case, I'm not excited about it. I saw the new, what was the other teaser? The other teaser was the Child's Play teaser. It's called Charles. It was it was like the Ghostbusters teaser, just showing you glimpses of old stuff. The old good guys box that Chucky came in, and then you see Chucky like from behind, and they sort of zoom in slowly, and they're like, we're going back to the old school, We're we're sandblasting that old GTO, and we're going to restore it and bring it back to its former glory, kind of. Because that's kind of what they did with Halloween, with the Halloween, essentially, sequel reboot. And I'm not, I've talked enough about those other videos, but I don't, that's kind of what it is. I mean, they just, took this, Ecto-1. It's like, it's easy just to, make a trailer. It's like, okay, well, how do we do this? Well, we'll just, a couple of guys or whoever kicking around, the director and the producers and the executives, whoever's putting up the money, kicking around the idea, yeah, we'll just put the old Ecto-1 in an old barn and play the same old spooky music. And make sure it's not the one from the Ecto-1 from the female Ghostbusters movie that everybody hates. Make sure it's the classic one. Because that's what I was thinking for a minute, like, fuck, are they going to make, a sequel to the female Ghostbusters movie and try to salvage that piece of shit? That's what I initially thought before I, realized, but no, that's the old, Ecto-1, and they didn't have that one. They had a newer, Hearst Cadillac. They were in the that movie. But they did go, at the end of the female Ghostbusters movie, get the old firehouse. So that was the only sort of set piece. Well, it wasn't the actual, that is in New York City. There's a firehouse that they used for the exterior shots of it, and that's what they, got at the end of the movie once they were legitimized, hey, they're Ghostbusters. And then at the end, Ernie Hudson is mad because he played, was it Leslie Jones' character's dad, who was a funeral director, and he was mad because he took one of his hearse and converted it to an Ecto-2, I guess. I don't know what they called it in that movie. I don't really give a shit. It doesn't fucking matter. Fuck that movie. Really, that movie should that is just the most, it was an insult to everybody who made that film. I'm not even, that mad about it. I'm not trying to be like I give a shit, but I guess it's just one of those things. It's just, again, they keep recycling shit. And I guess, if there's a buck to be made, there's a buck to be made. I mean, you can't really, you have to expect it, but it's just like Ghostbusters. What the fuck is next? I can't imagine, what was a popular movie in the 80s or something, or before that even, the 70s, that they can bring back, or a franchise or something that they're going to do again. I mean, I even heard 6 months ago or so they were going to make a Beetlejuice sequel, with I guess even Winona Ryder and Michael Keaton were going to be in it, which that might be good. I don't know, but which isn't necessarily a reboot. I mean, it's not like they made 6 sequels to Beetlejuice and they just beat it to death or something. So that's a different story. But yeah. Anyway, I can hear my cats getting into shit in the other room, so I'm gonna have to depart now. This has been another edition of the Spectre. This has been some meaningless shit about something completely, frivolous. But yeah, I agree with the new Ghost. We need a new Ghostbusters movie, like we need a Southern Border Wall. But I guess that wasn't a really good analogy, maybe. But whatever, fuck it. Oh. Anyway, hit the like button if you get the chance. Subscribe if you like. I will be dropping a new video, trying to do that about at least every week on the weekends at some point. I don't have a specific day or time. So, anyway, take care and, yeah, I don't have any Ghostbusters joke. Darn. I didn't write a Ghostbusters joke for the end of my video. That just, yeah, that sucks. I'm a little disappointed in myself on that one too. But anyway, yeah, don't, I'm sorry if I dampened your expectations of this, teaser trailer, because, it does look like it. I mean, it might be really good and I'll totally be wrong. So think about it.